Hey guys, how are you? I hope you're doing really well. Happy 8/8. I know that we are in the portal. It's actually been around us since the 4th or so, right? That's when we began going into it. This is really strong this year. I definitely can feel that my dreams have been enormously vivid. I don't think I even got much sleep last night at all. And you know, I was thinking, even coming through the meditation tonight, about how many readings, just since I've been back this week, seem to be focused about new journeys, whether it's someone else coming through in the reading, whether it's you guys taking a different approach, making the changes that need to be made. I really think, I don't think, I really feel this strongly. This is like a push. This is a push period. And I don't always, I tell you guys often, I'm not I'm a novice when it comes to um, things that have to do astrologically. That's just not really my forte. It's not something I've paid a lot of attention to other than full moons and stuff like that naturally. I know the things that affect me. But I can feel that this energy that's been pushing through, even with my work week, has been just enormous. And I don't know why it feels so much more potent to me. Maybe this year more than others. Perhaps you guys know. But I do know what the messages have been. And it's almost like there's this massive clearing that is trying to take place. And it's like, I feel like I'm getting you ready for something, to be honest. Um, Another thing that was coming through in the meditation is I feel like somebody is actually terrified of something coming. I kept feeling like something is trying to come to light. And I don't know if this is you. I don't know if this is someone who is around you. I don't know how much this is even going to play into the reading because it was just a small segment of the meditation, but I could feel the nerves around it, the energy that was actually around it. It's almost like I want to keep something in the dark or I don't. And honestly, if this is you that I'm talking to, maybe this is just, maybe this is what spirit is trying to say, and maybe this is what all this energy is because I'm feeling the enormity of it, right? So maybe it is about that. Maybe somebody, spirit is trying to push these things up because they need to come out. They need to heal in some way so that you can move to the next level. I definitely feel like there is a lot of transition that is coming in. Another thing that was notably interesting during the meditation, I kept feeling like someone was trying to impress me. So obviously, I'm feeling the energy. So this is for the collective, though. Almost like someone is trying to be impressive, but it was the way they were talking that was really sticking out to me. Like I'm using like larger words, like a larger vocabulary, something like that, maybe than I generally do. But I feel like I'm trying to do that. I do. I feel like there's some kind. It has to do with impressing someone in some way. So I don't know if this is you again, or if this is someone that is around you that you're going to find yourself near. I almost want to say just be who you are. Just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong, of course, with having a strong vocabulary. I just think that just be who you are, though. But I almost feel like this is somebody that's coming to you or that is around you. I kind of want to giggle about it. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just going to catch you off guard. One thing I have noticed, and honestly, I even noticed this when I was away, and I don't know why this is coming up right now, is the time crunch. And what I mean by that is how, and I won't go into the whole story, but I feel like when people feel they're on limited time, like when you're on vacation or something like that, I'm amazed at how much they go out of their way to try. I'm not really amazed, I guess. I see it often, but it is interesting to me how much time we literally waste every single day, generally. And then when you go somewhere, how people they see you, it's like they something clicks. I don't know how to explain it, and they're on a limited time and they have to make that impression fast. And maybe I'm telling you this because That's what somebody's trying to do. Maybe that was why I started giggling when I was listening to this person kind of converse or, try to talk. And it was something about their vocabulary, though, that I found particularly interesting because I feel like they kept reaching for words and some of them didn't make sense to me. So, and by the way, they didn't make sense because I don't feel like they were the actual words. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like someone is trying to act different than maybe they are. I don't know. And maybe that is just simply to try and impress another person. I don't even know why that part came out. I'm going to go back to the timing issue though, because all this seems to be kind of focusing around time, around this push that seems to be happening, right? About the energy just feeling so strong. Now, we are in Leo season as well, right? That is fire. That's a lot of fire, a lot of passion, a lot of energy, a lot of movement. So I'm sure that that is impacting this very strongly as well. I almost feel like we're making decisions right now, whether you know it or not, which timeline, because I do feel like there's absolutely some kind of jumping of timelines that is happening because there's no way so many readings that I'm doing currently, at least, and I've only done like what, four since I've been back, something like that. There's always that element of these changes, this letting go, this moving in a different direction, this breaking loose from things that no longer serve us. It's happening. It's happening. And so perhaps that's part of it. Maybe I am talking to you. Maybe you do find yourself out there speaking differently or even speaking another language. Maybe that's what, um, yeah, maybe that's what that is symbolizing to me in some way. And that doesn't even have to be here amongst humans. You could feel like maybe you're speaking to, this could even be to another entity in some way, or especially since I feel like you're jumping timelines in some way. This could be more alien, or I don't know where I'm going with this, to be honest with you. It's coming through so strong now. You might find that you're making contact or connections with other things. Hmm. Okay, well, maybe that's why the words were coming through like they didn't really make sense, and I was kind of giggling, like, what are you talking about? So there is something here about time. I almost want to say, so I'm a little torn about this because I feel kind of like we waste so much time, and there's another part of me that's thinking, don't rush it. In fact, make the decision. Don't get caught in fear. Take time to get still so that you can make the decisions that you need to make. Because I do feel there is kind of this, and I've been feeling this, by the way. I do feel there is kind of, we're being led up into this point. So it's almost like we're being given an option at this time. What do you want to do? What are you going to do with this? Are you going to stay the way that you are? Are you going to stay in the situation that you're in and continue to get the results that you've been getting? I don't think so. No, no, no. I feel like I'm talking to some select people here for some reason. Somebody is ready. I definitely feel like I'm moving up in some way. Stepping into almost a different realm. That's the way I feel. Stepping up into a different realm where everything feels a little bit different. Even I'm talking different. But there's something very special about this. And I say that in a way like even you don't expect that. So you could be somebody who meditates, and maybe you do make contacts, contact or something like that with other realms, and but I feel like this is taking you by surprise. It's almost like I didn't even know how special this could be. I almost feel like I want to say be open to this, but there is definitely something about timing, and I can't quite put my finger on it. I shared something with you about well, first of all, my vacation and time and how people will try to, fit as much as they can into that time. It's like all of a sudden it's very important because I only know I have a week or I only know I have 2 weeks, something like that. So I need to make an impression, and I feel like that applies to you in some way. Like, what would you do if you knew you only had so much time? Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Would you do things differently? Would you say more, you know? Would you put yourself out there more? Would you stop acting like I have all the time in the world? Okay, maybe that's it. Let's get into the reading, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys have had a wonderful week. Let's see what Spirit has for y'all today. Held. Beautiful. Okay, so I see love in this card. I see I don't know. I see two images, but I can clearly see one human, and then I actually see an image. Maybe Spirit is wanting you to know that you are being held. Maybe Spirit is wanting you to know that they have you. Maybe somebody needs to feel more love. Maybe they just need to feel more adoration in some sense. I do feel like somebody is holding you up, though. That could also be someone who is in spirit in some way, and that's why it may appear to me like it's coming through as a bit of an apparition. Communication. And trying to talk to you. That's funny. I keep talking about contact. There could definitely be some contact that is going on. This could be with deceased loved ones. This could be 5D contact. This could be someone here, because I was definitely picking up alien and just other realm kind of contact that someone is going through as well. I do feel like you're changing something. I think you are changing. But it's almost like I'm shifting timelines. You are going into a new space altogether is what I'm getting here. Rest. Look at this. We have child in reverse. Is this what this is about? God, oh God. Maybe this is from a child that's been laid to rest. Maybe a child that was lost too. Okay, I feel very sad suddenly. And they're trying to let you know that they're holding you up, that they're supporting you. I guess maybe if you've been reclusive or something like that, it's time to, and this doesn't have to be from this lifetime either, is what I'm getting very strongly for some reason. This can be, yeah, this can be from another lifetime. So this could be, okay, I feel... And maybe this is someone talking to a child, talking to their child as well, which could be you, all right? But the thing about it is, notice that child is actually coming through here in reverse. So this could be someone's child here, so someone in spirit, or maybe this is the father to the child here, right? God to the child, you know, the divine to the child in some way, but they feel like the child is out of sorts. I almost feel like I'm not quite syncing with where I need to be. This could be an effort to, I keep talking about letting stuff go. Like, time is of the essence. You don't have, you know, although we say live in the moment. Yeah, live in the moment, but do something in the moment. You know, I don't feel like you have all the time in the world to make this happen. I don't know why. Because I think there is some shift that is quite clearly trying to happen here, trying to take place. Look, rise, butterfly. But I feel like someone here is getting help here to get them on track, to get them refocused. This child is in the reverse. What is this? Child of the divine, child of God, you know, someone's actual child here. To get them turned around, to get them straight up so that they can actually see the joy in life, so that they can want to discover again. So this is what it is. I feel like someone here knows that there's more. There's more. There's so much more, okay, that needs to be accomplished here. But I'm not seeing it. Maybe I'm down about something, or maybe I'm just out here doing things or attaching myself to the wrong things, and they're trying to help you grow and rise in some way, transform. So there is definitely some kind of communication that is going through. Now, if we're talking twin flame, whether you believe in that or not, if I'm going to talk specifically to that for a minute, this could definitely be 5D communication, trying to get someone to get it together, you know, to rise up, to acknowledge who they really are, okay, to begin to transform like it's time. This could be somebody else that is really holding space for someone else. I see you, you're loved, you know, you're not alone in this journey. Twin flame or not, I think that's a message to consider. So there is a change that is quite clearly trying to take place here for someone. Let's see. It's all for a reason. This came out the other night in someone's reading. I don't remember who it was. I haven't done that many. Maybe it was with a collective or something. You'll have to let me know. It's all for a reason. So whatever has happened, clearly has happened for a reason. This is happening for a reason. Somebody could very well be questioning that. Child in reverse, especially if someone's lost a child. Why did this have to happen? Maybe it's put someone, maybe it's stifled someone's progress. But also maybe it has them looking higher, trying to get some kind of answer, something like that. I feel like somebody here is definitely focusing on loss, and I'm trying to put my finger on why that might be. I also feel like someone here has been acting very, it's not even naively, almost, honestly, I feel like somebody here needs to get it together. I don't know why I'm saying that. I feel like I'm dealing with an adult, okay? Maybe they're acting like a child, acting very childish in their ways. It's like, I don't want to see the truth. I don't want to make this jump or this change in some way. This is a person that's very divinely led and connected is what I feel, but it's almost like I'm turning a blind eye to some of this here. Spirit is saying everything had to happen for a reason. You know, especially if someone has been through something as well, and they just, you know, it's almost like for whatever reason, you know, the stars are not aligning for me. You know, God is not smiling down on me in some way. But no, Spirit is definitely saying it's all for a reason. This happened for a reason. What is it teaching you? Because I feel like it's very important, whatever it is. And look at this curiosity. Maybe it was to do that. And it's interesting because I was talking about the wonder and the curiosity of the child, right? And this is turned upside down. Maybe this is happening to spark your curiosity, to get someone moving again, to show someone their magic. Someone already knows. I feel like someone could spend quite a bit of time alone, but for some reason I'm picking up in the evenings more so. They already know that there's some other communication that is going on. In fact, I feel like it's almost like so I'm not sharing this, but I know this. I know this is happening. What do I feel like I'm in my car? Maybe someone gets in their car and takes like long drives in the evening or something like that. Let it flow, let it grow. It's I don't think this is a person that really does let it flow. That's not what I'm getting at all. Let it flow, let it grow. I do feel there is definitely some help around someone here. Look at that. Yeah, someone here who does have very deep intuition. And that's what I was feeling a minute ago. It's like, I know that I'm talking to someone. You know, maybe someone thinks that they're just having conversations with themselves. But I know I'm talking to something else. And I feel this is really otherworldly. I got to be honest with you. But I don't really want to let go of the reins altogether. And it's almost like I'm being obstinate about it, child in reverse, right? No, I'm throwing my little fit, my tantrum over here. Because I don't want to let go of this reality, right? But not understanding that my curiosity to look into something else here is going to expand me so much further, so far beyond where I'm at today. Maybe this is someone who also needs to rest a little bit so that they can see clearly or understand fully what is going on. I feel like this is penetrating, and I'm going to tell you why, because I can see the wheels turning for someone in someone's head, right? I feel like someone is thinking about this and like they're feeling kind of a pull to whatever this is. And maybe it's just a pull to study more, to learn more about themselves, to learn more about what's going on, because they definitely understand that there is a conversation that is happening here, or communication that is happening here, that is seems to be painting a different picture than what they thought was their reality. Okay. All right, Spirit. What else? Lovers. And maybe that's what it is. Held. I don't know why I even went into twin flame. I had no idea why I even went there, but held. I said this could be, so this could also be a twin flame, honestly, that is in spirit. But it doesn't have to be. It could be right here together. But maybe even feeling, wow, Eight of Wands, maybe even feeling that connection so strongly. I do feel like someone's been obstinate. Like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to recognize this. Who am I even? Somebody may even be like, who am I even talking to? Who am I communicating to? What is this pull that I feel? Why do I like this time at night by myself and these conversations? What is happening? It's all for a reason. Something had to happen for a reason. Something about whatever this is, okay, is making someone quite curious. This is very difficult for someone, I feel like, to let go and let things flow. That's what I'm getting, okay? Although the curiosity is there, but you're seeing how this magic is definitely igniting more and more in terms of the curiosity. But the thing about it is this, I don't know, this feels very deep to me and very otherworldly. I'm going to keep saying that because I believe that. It's almost like I'm starting to feel like anything can happen. That is the magic. Look at the flow of things. I feel like anything can happen here. And I am curious about it. Something is happening quite fast, is what I feel. Maybe this transition someone is going through could also be some kind of communication that someone is about to have, or communication someone feels like they are about to get. I feel like this could interrupt someone a little bit. Oh, God. I feel like this is going to interrupt someone for some reason. And maybe that's actually what's happening up here. I don't know why I'm being told something has to be laid to rest. Maybe that's a way of thinking. Maybe that is a sense of inflexibility or something like that. I'm being told something actually has to be laid to rest as well. So, okay, so something has never been let go of. Wow, and there is a lot of emotion around it. A lot of emotion. Someone feels very, very uneasy about a situation. They know that they're, again, I'm going to go back to the communication being otherworldly, the connection being otherworldly in some sense, because that's coming through. I'm so drawn to this connection though. Look how even they're holding one another. Okay, I feel like I'm so drawn to whatever this is, this communication, this feeling that I get with this. And you can even see the wonder in this person's face as they're analyzing it. This is a person that generally is focused on their stability. They're focused on their coins, right? Even how they look in some respects. Not look like aesthetically, but I feel like, look to other people. But this person's very curious. Look at him like, what the fuck is going on? What is this? What is this? My whole world. Didn't I say that earlier? I think someone's seeing that the world that they thought was, that something is really challenging someone's perception, right? Of what they thought their life is. Okay, so this is making someone very emotional. Like I feel like they're feeling the love. That's part of the flow too, and the curiosity. What is this that I'm feeling? Why does it feel so good? We have an Empress energy here, falling on the Lovers. 8 of Wands, please. Oh, look at this. 5 of Swords on the 8 of Wands. King of Coins. 3 of Cups. Magician. 8 of Cups. Okay. I feel like I'm reading for twin flames. I have to be honest with you. I don't know why. I don't know why that would come through in an 8-8 reading. It's not something that I read on generally. It does come out from time to time, and I feel like for some reason this feels like that, just with the cards that are coming out. So something is trying to expand, okay? Something is even pregnant with potential. I want to say in the Empress energy. It's funny that we were talking about the child in reverse, and we see someone here that is also holding a child. This child is lit up as though it could actually be a spirit child. It's like you're being given another opportunity to really nurture this, okay? Make it something, help it to grow. I don't know why I'm feeling a lot of tension around this. Okay, 5 of Swords. Somebody is re-looking at a situation that could have had a ton of opposition is what I feel. A ton of opposition. And maybe they feel that it's still that way. Maybe this is something that ended badly if there was ever a situation here. Or maybe, I don't know. I feel like there's just, well, look at this person. They have their war paint on. Okay, maybe it was war between. Is there a possibility here that there could have been two people that were at war with each other? Maybe they still are, but the bond is so deep, and now somebody here is trying to figure out why that is, why this can't be let go of, why this seems to be pulling them. I feel like it's pulling them back in some way. But it could be pulling them to somebody who they actually felt war with. I feel like I have conflict all around this situation. Like this is where my mind is going, okay? So even if I want to communicate, even if I want to pull something together, there's this factor here. How do I do that? You know, maybe this situation has underwent, even without each other knowing, even if you've never met this person in this life, okay? Even without that, maybe they feel like they've, you know, whatever this is, it may, I feel like it may magnetize, maybe that's the term I'm trying to use, magnetize a certain amount of this, okay? A certain amount of aggression or perhaps people coming at you in some way, a certain amount of attacks in some way. Yeah, because this person is thinking about bringing something together. Somebody wants to have some kind of reconciliation here is what I feel, but they don't feel that this is safe. They don't feel, they don't even know, I feel like, if this can actually happen. They feel like whatever this is riddled with some kind of opposition. Okay. Yeah. Somebody's trying to figure out what their next move, I feel like, is going to be. They're thinking about it. They're letting, it's weird because I feel like I'm almost basking in this energy. This is definitely somebody who's spending time alone and just sitting in this energy and their thoughts. I feel like there's a lot of thoughts that are actually happening, and we see this here too. What choice, what decision do I make? How do I approach this situation as well? I'm trying to create something that I really want. I gotta be honest with you, I don't think somebody here is trying to manifest per se, because I feel like they're still in flux. Like I'm still looking, I'm so curious about what is happening. This is really, I feel like it's rocking my world in a sense. Could this even be? Could this even come together? Could there be yeah, reconciliation if you were not together before? Could we actually take the mask off here and show each other who we truly are? Wow. Let it flow. Let it grow. And you know what? I keep talking about an obstinate person here. At least somebody, maybe two people, have been very obstinate. Okay? Maybe you were at war together. And you know, by the way, if this is twin flames, if it's soulmate, if it, whatever it is, okay, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be a lover situation, although we do see that here, okay? It could be family. It could be two friends, you know, trying to come back together. It is definitely some kind of war. I almost feel like somebody here feels, how did this even happen? I don't understand how this happened. I'm not even a person I used to like. Or this is a person who I had a lot of issues with here in the past. And I don't know what's, I keep getting that very strongly. I feel like everything, this is the whole scenario here, the whole circumstance here is just laden with the issues for some reason. Why do people want to see this fail? And why didn't I see something before? Why were the illusions there? I feel like there was definitely illusions around this. And maybe whatever this was, this could have been some kind of interference. Maybe that's what actually created some sense of illusion as well. Spirit, what else? It's all for a reason, though. It had to happen. It had to happen. I'm going to look into that. Look at that. There it is. So these are the trials that had to happen. And I think someone feels, you know, very guilty, maybe, regarding that. It could have been regarding beliefs. There's a cross there, beliefs, religion, something like that. Maybe that could have definitely gotten into the way. You do one thing, they do something else, especially from a religious perspective, or even your beliefs, political beliefs, any kind of beliefs you may have. That could have certainly gotten in the way. But the thing is, the illusion card is here. So was that even... were those even correct, or were they misperceptions about one another? Have patience is what that card says. Yeah. I think somebody here did not see, somebody here took a risk, and I don't feel like it was towards another person. I feel like somebody here has, honestly, I feel like somebody here could have been in risky behavior to begin with. Yeah, they could have actually played some games is what I'm getting. That's not what that depicts, but that's what I'm getting. And I just don't think it ended well. In fact, it could have created a lot of problems, and I'm not even sure if someone really cared about that at one time. I almost feel like I'm coming into some kind of knowing where I'm understanding something differently. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. I'm discovering something. I have Pisces here, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I also have, let's see, I have Gemini, I have Taurus, Aquarius, Libra, Scorpio as well. I have some Pisces and Cancer as well. Sagittarius. Okay. So somebody's discovering something, but I think it's, look at that, yeah. They're discovering something. The thing is, this person, they feel like, I almost feel like somebody is blaming something on something else. Like, I was just, how did this happen? This person's whole life has been, whatever this is, it just feels to me like something was hidden. They feel like something was hidden. So somebody here could be, okay, so somebody here could be, because it does say held, holding space for another person. So maybe if you are going through some kind of growth, you could be assisting them with their growth, even if you've moved on or feel like you're continuing to move on in some way. I feel like somebody here too has suffered a lot of loss. I don't know why I'm getting that. I just feel like there's just like trial after trial after trial here. Maybe someone is actually figuring out that their hard-headed stance here, or their childish, it's not even childlike, it's childish is what I feel. Behavior here is costing them a lot, even so in their life. Okay. All right, Spirit, what else for the collective, please? Feeling like I might want to do another reading. Yeah, give it a whirl. Interesting. I see hit your target. Look at that. And you know, it's interesting because I'm going back to that. That's not normally the way I would take it. But look, this person, they do look fearful. Like there's been some kind of opposition. Maybe they're fearful about even approaching you. They could want to hit their target, but they know that it's dangerous, right? We have darts flying at someone's head here. And it's interesting because now that I look at this, are they shooting a bow and arrow? Or are they, maybe they're just holding a sword here. So give it a whirl here. Hit your target. There's something else that has taken place here. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't believe that this is someone that everyone has been with. That's not what I'm getting from this. I actually feel like there could be a very special culmination or some coming together of some kind of energy. Or I wonder what, well, wait a minute though. I want to go back to what I started with because that's important. Obviously, it always plays in. I was talking about having a small amount of time and how people know, once people know that, they'll do what they can to try and make an impression in that particular time. So why was someone talking why was someone talking or using a different vocabulary? Maybe someone is trying to talk on someone else's level now. That's what it makes me think of. So maybe if there were communication issues before as well, maybe someone's trying to show another person, you know, I've changed, or I can speak on this level or on your level. I'm speaking, or maybe I'm just speaking the same language as you. We're on the same page, something like that. But the fact that I was hearing it differently, it makes me think, are you on the same page? You know, maybe not. Or am I just pretending I'm not quite there yet? Because remember, this person does have some growing to do in some way. So although they can feel all the feels and feel the pull and feel like they're being held, are they actually ready? Maybe they feel pulled with you too due to this cross energy, like because they are going through a lot of trials and tribulations. Maybe in this Empress energy, you provide a very nurturing kind of foundation for someone, and it's something that someone needs or feels like they need, something that they miss. I definitely think that someone feels stupid or feels like maybe some sense of regret, okay, about something, some way that they have been acting. It doesn't just have to apply to you. If it does, it can apply to whomever, right? Just to the way that they've been acting. Like, how didn't I see? I feel like I didn't see something, and it confused me. And because of that, I hesitated quite a bit. And yeah, I don't know if they lost someone or it just kind of stalled a progress. The bottom line is they didn't, yeah, it might have even created a lot of problems here and they just didn't, they didn't know why. What's so powerful about this reading, I feel, is because I keep talking about contact, which makes me feel like even if this is about two people specifically, this is showing me that there's something else that is going on that is working all of this out. Communications that are coming in, all right, maybe angelic, you know, that are trying to pull this together. I do think one person may be more advanced here anyway. Even if you don't know who this is, maybe you've been praying for a soulmate, or maybe you've been praying or asking for, you know, a twin flame or a soulmate or something like that. I don't know. I do feel there's some space that's being held for this, though. Somebody is feeling very... Why was I talking about something coming out, though? What is coming out? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe all of this intensity, maybe that's what it's about. This intensity here, whatever this was. This could have been some radical action or something taken against you, because I just said you guys could have been enemies, right? I have my war paint on. You could have been at war with one another. Maybe someone is very concerned about something like that coming out, about you knowing the fullness of something, maybe particularly that could have happened, or maybe even who they are. Maybe they're worried about something they've done coming out, or maybe you are. I think the biggest thing I'm getting here is from it's all for a reason. Whatever happened here, whatever is happening, it's happening for a reason. It did happen for a reason, okay? This curiosity is not going away. In fact, it looks to me like it's expanding in some way so that you can get really to the crux of what this is all about. This is that nugget, right? That they're holding there, this nugget of wisdom that is there, this magic that may be in this whole situation. Okay, but you have to learn to let it flow. You have to learn to allow things just to grow. Don't try and control them. I can see that whoever this is up here, and hey, maybe it's both of you, needs to have their hand in it, feel like it's being controlled in some way, and that's not the way. Whatever this is going to grow. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you, it's just not. This is definitely a much higher level connection, is what I would say, ordained in some way, even. And so it's not, I don't think it's going to survive. I know it won't. It's not, and that may have been what happened here. It's not going to survive what some relationships will, because we have two people here that may be very much so awakened or awakening. And I just think it's going to call for a different behavior than what you may see here in the mainstream. I don't know why. That's what I'm getting. Okay. I'm just going to get one last card, and I think I'm going to call it a night. Get more tomorrow on the 9th. All right, let's see. Whatever you have been putting off, don't procrastinate any longer. What the hell? Tackle that long overdue project. You will feel better once you begin. Start with one thing at a time. Thoughts and ideas not acted upon are just laying in wait. You can do this. This whole reading started talking about time. That was the very beginning of the reading, right? And we just talked about it again. Time is really of the essence here, and it's almost like even with this communication, everything that is coming through, it is pushing that issue. It's like, what would you do if you only knew that you had a certain amount of time to do it? You know, something is really speaking to someone, is what I feel, and maybe creating some sense of, I don't know, I just feel like someone is feeling the push, the pull, maybe, okay, to do something. I feel like it's more of a push, okay, to push me out of my comfort zone. I'm feeling the call in some way. Yeah. And I think this might have been a person actually that was comfortable. I keep talking about driving at night and stuff like that. Maybe they were just comfortable. Just, I'm not saying that's a waste of time if you're like getting in touch with things, but I think this is a person that hasn't been doing too much with their life, maybe going to work, maybe doing other stuff, and they're just feeling this so strongly. And I don't know why there's so much, I start to say diversity. Okay, maybe there is diversity between the two of you, but there's adversity for sure. Or maybe adversity against something like this. But I feel like someone has felt like they're at war with this situation for some reason. That's what I'm getting. Okay, time is of the essence. Whatever you've been putting off, stop procrastinating any longer. You need to tackle it. Okay, because you're going to feel better once you begin. And the thing is, someone here is already so curious about it. They're so curious about it because they can't make it go away. That's what I feel. It's not going away, and it's not going to go away because this extra help, this communication that someone is getting is so that they can rise and transform. Okay? And somebody here has been holding space for that person for a very long time. That's what I feel. All right, guys, that's what I have. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.